think you're safe. You are wrong. I promise that my work will continue.
What's going on, man? What's going on? You know, we back. It's Sunday. We got another Saw review for y'all. And just for anybody who's not informed, we will be doing all the Saw movie reviews leading up into Saw 10. It's coming out September 29th. So once again, shout out to anybody that's going to be coming through tonight, joining us. And if y'all haven't had a chance, y'all more than welcome to go check out those replays of the recent Saw movies we have done as far as Saw 1, Saw 2, and Saw 3. But tonight, we are back. Jigsaw, Saw 4. Shout out to anybody that's coming through. What's going on, Bigger Ford?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Always a pleasure, man.
Any Star Wars fans out there, make sure y'all go check out Bigger Ford's channel. They did Ahsoka. I hope I'm saying the name is sorry. Ahsoka.
Yes.
Ahsoka. They did Ahsoka Roundtable episodes 1 and 2. Definitely go check that out if y'all Star Wars fans. Like I said, man, I'm not the biggest Star Wars person out there. I'm just waiting on this Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon.
Oh my God, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna start off with this Rebel Moon garbage. I said it straight up. No, I know. No.
Part 1 and Part 2. 2023, 2024, we got it locked down.
Rebel Moon looks garbage. Give me a second, my headset's dying. Hold on. Go ahead, Todd.
I got you, bro. Well, yeah, man. Of course, we back. And this time around, your boy John Kramer, aka Jigsaw, he's out of here. He's died. But that ain't gonna stop old Jigsaw. That ain't stopping Jigsaw at all. First thing we're going to start off with, good opening scene as far as the trap. But before we get to that trap, what does this tape mean that John had in his stomach? Your boy John, he pretty much had a tape hid away in his stomach. And we got Detective Hoffman coming in. And of course, Hoffman's been around a good bit, but he's not really been in the other movies like that. He's had a scene or two here and there, but he ain't really been there. But this time around, he's coming through and he's checking out this tape. And we pretty much got your boy Jigsaw telling the detective, like, hey, I still got some plans. I still got some things to do. Just because I'm dead don't mean the game's over. We just getting started. What's going on, boss? So I was definitely curious about this tape and what exactly John was meaning by he got more games, more traps. And I'm like, hold on, brother. Amanda is dead and you are dead. So, I mean, what else could be going on, or what else could you have had planned before you passed away? Outside of that, what's up? Okay. Did you have anything as far as first time viewing when we got the Saw 4, as far as this tape that was in John's stomach, as far as your curiosity, or what was he talking about, or what was his plans?
Yeah, well, first off, I was like, man, that was a huge tape for Jigsaw to be swallowing like that.
Man,
you know what I mean? Like, bro, you on your deathbed, but you were able to swallow that tape? Okay, fine. But you see, and well, I guess you don't know it at first, but like we find out later on that like this beginning scene is after what happens in the movie. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting that they did that, and it all connects. We don't want to spoil it because we learn more in the other movies, but it all connects. And that's one thing I like about the Saw movies is that they connect a lot of the things together. So I like that.
Even if you don't like the connections, because I definitely got some issues later on with these movies. Outside of this first 4, shout out to Bosso. When you say your top 4, do you mean as far as the Saw franchise or just movies in general, boss? But yeah, man, I was definitely trying to figure out what was going on with this tape, and I definitely didn't have no indication that we was doing a whole, what they say, fast forward.
Yeah, right.
It was on Lost before Lost. No, yeah, Lost came before. Hold on. I don't know.
I guess that was a little bit of a twist at the beginning of it. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. But I gotta say, watching this one back again, not as good as it was the first time I seen it.
This is kind of where it was going down. I told you. Remember what I said? This
Yeah,
was three.
That's the way I
This
feel
is
about the
kind of
third one. Watching the third one back, I was like, this ain't as good as it was the first time. But this one, to me, it held up. But like, I don't know. it
lot of stupid things in it. I was noticing, and I'm like, okay,
was just a lot of stupid things on the main character.
yeah,
What's his
yeah,
name?
exactly.
What's his name?
Um, Riggs was it Riggs?
Riggs.
No,
Yeah,
Riggs.
Riggs.
Mm-hmm.
He made the most stupidest decisions.
Facts,
Like it, everything
facts,
was stupid.
facts,
I
100%.
got you, Bossel.
And you know what's funny too?
Oh, that Chris Rock.
And I watched that again. That's still good. Stop it. But you know what's funny? At the beginning,
Where
they had the
Bossel?
trap, right? But if you notice, there was no Jigsaw talking, right? Because if you had Jigsaw talking or explaining, it would have killed that whole trap, right? Because the guy couldn't see. He could still hear, so I had Jigsaw say, hey, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, that I didn't like. I didn't like that.
I don't think Jigsaw set that trap up, did he?
That's the
And
thing.
who was the other
No,
dude? Do they explain who the other dude is?
The ball headed dude.
nope.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't think that it mattered.
it never comes. It never comes back.
Nope.
Yeah,
Damn.
nope. But you're right. Jigsaw didn't set up the trap. But even when because I watched five after this, right, just to see. And at the beginning
I
of it,
did too.
they have the trap, and Jigsaw comes out, or Hoffman comes out, and he's like, blah blah blah, does the thing, explains it, right? This one had no explanation, and then when I'm thinking about what they had to do, it kind of makes sense because if you have an explanation, like what do you say? Oh, the key's on the back of the guy's neck or something like that, you know? So I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Nah, he would have made like some type
Yeah,
of
Bossel.
smart ass thing, like you know, it's closer than you think or some bull. No, he would have gave him a hint, but like he would have told him like how like in two he was like something about in the back of your mind and how the numbers was on the back of their head. I don't know. I feel
Right.
like it would have been some shit like that, but like yeah, the fact that this had no explanation.
Do y'all
Hmm.
still think it was a good opening trap as far as the opening scene?
Well, no, because at the end when the guy gets loose, he rips he rips
Mouth
the thread.
open.
Why didn't you do that at the first of it so that you could at least talk
Exactly.
to the guy, right? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah, no, it wasn't
Exactly.
a good trap. The first trap wasn't good at all.
Y'all
Exactly
got
what I
y'all
was thinking.
can't be
And
starting off this with down to my boy Riggs like that. We got a brother leading the way this time, man. Got a brother leading the way.
he made the most dumb decisions.
Fact, fact.
He made one smart decision, and that was letting the lady get herself out. Other than that, the rest of
Yeah,
them was stupid, 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 stupid.
100%. I agree.
Yeah, Bossel. I think that might be half and half with that situation as far as Amanda, which I think we're gonna get to in probably 5, I think,
In
or
five,
6.
yeah, yeah.
All right, man. I see what y'all saying as far as the opening scene with the trap, and I can't necessarily say I felt the same way because I kind of understand when they get towards the end with the guy who got out of the trap, and they, I guess, kind of explain it. So
Yeah, it was for him, right? But if you
yeah,
have the tape, and even though Jigsaw, like you said, Nadine, he would give some sort of hint, the blind guy at least has an idea of who's in the room with him, and he's not trying to attack the guy. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
because he doesn't know anything, he don't know what that guy's doing in there, so he attacks him. But if you give a little bit of a hint, then it's like, okay, maybe we'll find some way to work together. So that's why I say it's kind of like that wasn't. I didn't like that.
all right, man. Y'all already know how I'm feeling when it comes to, especially opening scenes in Saw movies. Where the fuck is Dr. Gordon?
still
I
the
still
ongoing question.
don't know, ain't got no indication, nothing. All we got is the foot still. Where is he at? I want to know. Y'all still got me with this. And this is how I felt when, as far as the first time I was watching these movies. Every time it would open up, and I'm just waiting throughout the movie. I'm like, oh shit, Dr. Gordon gonna pop out. It's gonna be something going on with Dr. Gordon. No, nah, we don't get no answers. Nope, nah,
They just
nothing.
keep showing his fucking name plaque. That's it.
I'm gonna
I
get
think
to him, but I know who we do get to keep seeing. I'm gonna get to him.
I think the reason why if I'm not mistaken, I remember reading that he was having a little bit of an issue with a contract or whatever, or he didn't want to do it or something like that. So that's why we never got to see him. But like, I guess you could have gave us some sort of information, like you said, like where is he? Like what's he doing? You know, he's a survivor. We get all the other survivors, but no Dr. Gordon. So I agree.
I think it's like what you saying. It was the whole thing. Maybe with the contract, it's like if we don't get to get him back, let's just leave him as he's dead. But if we do possibly get to get him back, let's just leave it open in case we
Yeah.
can throw a little surprise in.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I think boss, what it is. I watched 5 right after this.
5 is the last one I seen.
Oh, we know, boss, we know. But yeah, man. As far as 4, Saw 4, we still don't know where Dr. Gordon is. It's a mystery.
100%.
All right. Did John and his wife backstory justify his actions? We finally get a true understanding of John's motivation. Some Punisher type shit.
No, still no, except for the dude, which was his first trap. Like, the dude, him capturing the guy that actually caused his wife to, I guess you would call that miscarry, because I feel like she
Yep.
still had to have that baby, even though it was not living, which is the worst thing. Like,
Mhm.
because she was 7
I'm
months.
not trying to
Ain't
be
no,
funny or nothing, but I don't know if the door was open or not. I might have been locked, but either way, why ease up to that door to try to see if he's coming back or not?
Right.
I'm
Mhm.
I
just
don't
curious.
know. I don't know why she did that either.
For real.
But
But yeah, hell no, it don't justify the rest of the people. It just to me that one guy, yeah, get back. I don't give a fuck. And you know he was a low life anyway. But like then
hey, he gave him a
everybody
chance
else,
though.
he did, and
Mhm.
that's what I mean. He gave him a fair chance. Like it was. I mean, he kidnapped him. He put him in the trap. He gave him a chance. He survived, and then he fucked it up for himself. So I
Right.
mean, I don't feel sorry
But
for
it's
him.
still kind of that whole thing with John being a hypocrite. Well, not really a hypocrite, but him kind of being technically wrong with the whole idea behind what he's doing as far as these traps and fixing people. Because as soon as he got his ass a fighter, it's like, nah, nigga, I'm about to kill you. You know?
Mhm.
And it's all the way back leading to not technically Amanda, because she was, pressured, which we don't get to yet, but still, even
But
with Hoffman.
But yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
but
No, I
yeah,
was just,
no,
yeah, go
it's not working. It because like you said, as soon as Home Dude got out, he was still ready to be a low life and do whatever.
ahead. Mhm.
So no, nothing that he's doing justifies it. Period.
And that's what I was gonna say, because where do you get off thinking that people are gonna be rehabilitated
Man, boss.
when the first guy you put in the trap wasn't? You know what I mean? So how do you
Yeah.
assume that you're gonna rehabilitate people? I don't know. It's weird.
Boss got a point
Yeah,
too, because my man got cancer right after the whole incident with his wife. And it's like, I
yeah.
take that.
Can't win for shit.
Well, you know what? Let me take my frustrations out on everybody else. They need to go through what I'm going through. But I'm going to give them a chance at least. I didn't get that same chance. I got cancer.
Mhm.
I mean, that's basically how he acting.
Yeah, I'm about to like. Yeah, I don't. His actions aren't really that justified, to be honest with you. Like when you think about it.
I mean, it's the people he choosing. And leading up into Saw 3 is the certain way he going about setting the traps up. Do you got a choice or do you not? Or is you leaving it into the hands of somebody else?
Mhm.
Once again, this was one of those. Their life was kind of left up into somebody else's hands, kind of.
Nah,
It was
Yeah.
more
not
like a
this time.
domino.
Not
It was
this
it
time.
was a domino effect. No, it was still a domino effect because Riggs still had the opportunity to hurt them if he didn't help them or if he would have left them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
it
Mhm.
It's
still
that
had
whole
some
thing
chance
with
into
not
it.
being able to predict what somebody's gonna be doing or going to do as far as with Jigsaw
Exactly.
and his whole rules or whatever.
Yeah.
Boston said it's justified.
Mm. The first one, the one that killed his son, yes, 100%. But you gotta understand, some of them that he's had in there were like innocent. So he had the wife in the chain in the thing with things stabbed in her, and all she was the abusee, right? Like
No, she was not innocent. She was not innocent
Yeah,
because
so, yeah,
as
yeah.
as a mother, if I know that my husband is doing something to my daughter,
yeah, I
fuck
agree,
let
I
me
agree.
out.
Yeah,
She
I
was on
agree,
some
I agree.
pressure
Me
shit.
out.
She'll walk in there and then walk out the room. She was on some pressure shit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We gonna get to them bosses.
I'm
We got a good ways.
Grant I mean, cause like and what in your mind thinks that, oh, if he hits me, he's not gonna hit her. No, this it's a chain reaction. If someone is doing something abusive to someone, they are going to move to the less defensive thing too.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
like they say with serial killers, it all starts with animals.
yeah,
Man, goddamn Dama.
yeah.
Same.
All right, y'all. Did John and his wife backstory justify his actions? I'm kind of half and half with it because the whole thing with his baby, him getting cancer, and it's like I want to help y'all because I was even gonna take my own life, but I had to go through my own experience. So now I want to give y'all your own experience too.
I think he snapped. You know what I mean? After his kid
Of
was,
course he did. Yeah,
he snapped 100%. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay,
the
and you
lawyer
could,
dude when he was coming over there trying to talk to him, he was in there
yeah,
like, "I told you, get the fuck out." Like,
yeah, 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 yeah. And he even spoke to his wife. He's like, yeah, don't ever come back here again. You know what I mean? The way he talked to her, so you could tell he snapped though.
it's all good, John. All right,
Absolutely not.
come
No,
on, man.
no.
Wait a minute, man.
No,
SWAT got rigs. Come on, man.
no.
Well, so we could have had it could have ended the well, not really ended it, but went differently after that first woman in your house. Why didn't you call somebody? Why didn't you call your police partners or some shit? You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, this is what's going on. This bitch is in my house, and you just run off. Hey,
He been in this
No,
since
he
the
went for the
beginning.
phone. He had already disconnected the phone. My thing
no,
is,
yeah,
if he would have fucking listened, he could, everything would have been fine and most of them people would have lived. Okay, with the girl in the beginning, if he never would have ripped the thing off her back, the damn thing would have never started. Period.
hmm hmm
He said
Oh, we're gonna
leave
get
them
to.
alone because he told him what to do, and this nigga would not listen and just
hmm
kept
Nobody
trying
listens
to
to the
be
rules.
super saber hole. Exactly. If he would have
Oh,
left her alone, that situation would have been dead, and he could have went on to the next one because he was never supposed to do anything with her. Period.
No, no,
it,
and I agree with you, right? But I'm saying, and I know he did look for the phone, but you can find another phone somewhere, right? He didn't clue in any police officers as to what was going on. Like he just
And
said,
exactly, he left locations multiple times
yeah,
because those
hmm
were not the same buildings. He went
facts,
to a motel
yes,
with, with the dude. I mean, Grant, the dude at the motel. I was like, I don't give a fuck about him. I
Shout out to
want to eat.
Saul not being woke because we could have looked at this too. Like we got this black police officer running around leaving all type of evidence looking like a suspect. After we finding these white suspects, I mean not suspects but victims, pretty much,
Yeah, that they did not try to make
and
it work.
including his partner, as far as my girl Carrie,
uh-huh.
Cause
and give or
he
take.
was he was
Well,
not stupid. He was just not making good decisions at all because
facts,
he was
yeah,
being too emotional.
hmm
It was just like, dude, chill out. Cause like
Bossa.
he was not gonna save that man because his wife, the way they had that shit set up, the wife was supposed to kill him, or she was gonna die with him. So
I would say probably Adam and Gordon probably did a little bit better listening, just a little bit better. Everybody
That
else
was-
is hard hit.
That was the one. That was the one he did listen on. He actually listened to that one. He passed that test. The lady with the that was pinned to her husband, because he said you hold the key in your hands to saving her. So basically, he was supposed to give her the key, and she was supposed to save herself, which she did, as we saw.
I'm just saying,
So
man, my
he
man
did
done
that one
lost a lot of
correctly.
people. He done been losing his partners. He still don't know where Detective Matthews at. I get what you're saying though, because even with the whole thing with his wife coming in there saying, "Just come with me," and that's pretty much Jigsaw saying, "Nigga, leave." Everybody's good.
If he
Just
would have
leave.
left, if he would have left,
Just leave.
that would have ended the movie wouldn't have happened, because he
Facts.
would have been with her.
It's like Jigsaw called him
But no.
saying, "You ask him to leave now. If you don't leave,"
For
even the
me,
way she kissed him.
you know what I mean? Like, let's go. I'm gonna go with you. And she even tells him you can't save everybody, right? But I think the best
Right.
stuff in this movie for me is the Strom and Hoffman stuff. That's what I was invested in more than what was going on with Riggs in this, because I just thought he was making stupid decisions.
We're gonna get to them. Shout out to well, not really. You know what? Nah, because I remember I watched 5 after this and it don't get no better. So never mind. Never mind. I felt bad for SWAT guy Riggs. I did. Nazir, Enzo, they pretty much said no, I did. Shout out to SWAT guy Riggs.
Who made
All
you
right,
more mad? Who made you more mad? The dude from Hills Have Eyes or Riggs? Because remember, it
What you
took him
mean?
a long time.
Oh, you talking about my
What was his name?
It's Riggs, man. My guy wasn't prepared for this. Riggs is a SWAT dude. Like he been
Okay,
trained
man.
for this type of procedures. He was out there in the desert with his family. He wasn't trained or ready for that. He had to
Exactly.
adapt.
Exactly.
He
So
had
while
to
we
really
feeling
adapt.
sorry, the fact that he knew where the last clue was go home. How the hell did he know to go to that Gideon building? Please help me understand that shit.
Did we
You
suspect
smart enough
somebody
to
to
figure
be
that
jumping
shit out, but you smart enough to figure that shit out, but you can't tell me that you know what I mean? You couldn't figure out these traps, and
And
he was
they kept,
he had a lot going on.
don't come through the door. No, stop.
yeah, I know,
no,
right?
That's my partner, man. I've been looking for Detective
What
Matthews
they
already.
just
Now
said,
she missing.
no, don't. But
And you remember when he was egging on Detective Matthews in part 2? Like, man, you need to go find your son, man. So you don't need to be waiting.
the
in here
fact that
listening to him.
exactly, the fact that all these people got put in this trap because of him, and even though they had no connection to him, because the girl at the beginning had no connection to him, neither did the dude at the hotel. I feel like they was connected though, because she was pimping and he was.
They mixed that up.
He deserved it.
We're going to
He
get to it
deserved
when
it.
we get to the other movies. But yeah, the whole thing with the backstory. Did we suspect somebody to be helping Jigsaw besides Amanda? And are the cops smart this time?
Yeah.
It's the whole investigation they doing because, you know, the thing with the body and them saying, hold on, this couldn't have
She
been
can't
Amanda.
pick up.
Yeah. So he's smart, but he ain't got them strong.
Exactly.
This nigga say police. Shut up. I'm sorry. Get a reach police.
I did actually by this point realize, okay, someone's definitely helping Jigsaw. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna be Dr. Gordon, to be honest with you. That's where I thought Dr.
Thank
Gordon.
you.
You know?
Facts.
That's all I'm saying. Where is Dr. Gordon? Where is this nigga at, man? That's all I'm saying. And I'm definitely waiting to the end. I'm like, oh, Dr. Gordon back. I know there's got to be the person helping him. Then I started thinking, hold on, what's up with his leg? How he gonna? Never mind. I ain't gonna worry about all that. But anyway, I actually was like, okay, these cops, they putting in a full investigation. They noticing certain things, the small things, and you got Hoffman standing there. And once again, I guess the writers was doing their job. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but when you don't watch this over and over and over, you can see how Hoffman is like, nah, ain't nobody helping him. That was Amanda. Nah, bro, somebody else helping him. You can see he trying to throw it in things like, nah,
Yeah.
it wasn't me.
But he looked evil in 3. He looked suspicious in 3.
You said, especially after you don't watch them, he looks suspicious to all of these.
Yeah, because when I rewatched 3, I said, "Ugh, why he look?" I said, "Oh yeah, because he do something later on." Because yeah, I was like, "Ugh." Yeah, he looked mad suspicious. They made him look like a villain.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, Boston. When I first watched it, I wasn't sure it was somebody helping him. I was thinking about Gordon. If it was anybody, I was thinking about Gordon. So I guess I give them credit for that, but they still weren't giving us answers that we technically was wanting. Well, in my opinion, what I was wanting, I wanted to know what Gordon was at.
Yeah.
All right. Do we like Riggs as our new lead, the brother?
I did.
If he
brother, you know what I mean? Do I like his decisions? No. I think no. But
I hated his decision.
I like the brother. I thought he was good as a lead. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I ain't mind him at all, man.
Yeah. But
it wasn't a situation where he was actually technically in trouble or anything. He didn't do nothing bad. He was more so making decisions for other people who had did bad things. He just needed to listen. He didn't want to, though.
Which he wasn't doing. Right.
But as far as leads, especially coming from Detective Matthews and dealing with this paranoid father, yeah, I liked him as a lead. Oh, we're going to get to the father, too, because I got questions, but we ain't going to answer them yet. We're going to wait till I get to it. All right. Did y'all like the lead as far as the brother Riggs?
I like him.
The deal. Come on.
I liked him. He just frustrated me. He just like, dude, what are you doing? What are you
Facts.
Listen.
I get it, man. But I understood what he was going through. That's all. All right. Did we care about our new FBI agents and Detective Hoffman and our new Jigsaw victims?
I got a question. You remember when what's his name? Hoffman was had the toy and they was like boy or girl and he said girl. Is he talking about the people that was locked in the freezer's daughter?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what I thought. Okay, that's all I need to make sure. Yes, I still care about where the fuck she is. First of all, second of all,
shout out to the brothers.
Did I care about any of these victims? No, because they was all terrible people. She was a pimp. The other dude was a rapist. And the mama sat by idly and let her daughter be abused along with herself.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
And
and then did we care about Detective Matthew at this point? No.
No, wait. We ain't talking about no. We gonna
Detective Matthews? No.
No.
Because he's still a victim at this point.
I ain't talking about his fuck ass backstory.
Relief.
I don't.
He was some good comic relief because when he jumped out, he was like, "Fuck this," and jumped out.
He's still mad. The nigga is still mad. No matter what he done been through, he done got facial hair and everything. He's still hot. He's still out there cussing niggas out. What's up, bro? He ain't gonna learn nothing.
For real.
I'm gonna get to him, man.
I like Strom. I don't know. There was just something about him as a detective in this one. I liked him. I was like, okay, I kind of like this guy. You know what I mean? His partner didn't do much. So, but yeah, I like.
You know how I was saying they were smart. They was doing good for a minute, but once again, when Jigsaw tell you to listen, you don't.
Oh my god!
Be cautious. He telling you like, with your next move, whatever you do. Just take your time and think about it.
And their stupid ass is like, "What's that?" and goes closer.
What's that? I was like, you stupid.
For real.
Sit here rooting for y'all. Y'all had me, but nope. See, you messed up. So did I care? No. They lost me. Perez, she was out of here. I thought she was dead, but the fact that never mind, we ain't got to that one yet.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had my boy Strom, whatever his damn name is. He's still around.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say that I actually was probably caring more about anybody. Riggs. That's who I was caring about. Officer Riggs. I was gonna see what was gonna happen to him. That's it.
Yeah, we
I
know
had
why.
a little,
He was a
I
brother,
I knew
you
his
know
dumb
what I mean?
ass wasn't gonna make it. He was
That's
making
the
too many
thing.
dumb decisions. I was like, he ain't gonna make it.
Facts. And I was
I
hoping
didn't know
he
that.
would
I
have
didn't know
made
that.
it. No, he wasn't gonna make it, bro. Saw loves killing off cops, and the minute you put him in the lead, I was like, okay, he's done.
That's what I was saying. Danny Glover, all the way back to my boy.
You
And
know
then
what I
he
mean?
had everybody got to go out a dumb way outside of my boy in Saw 3. They ain't had to do him like that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the brothers though. And they don't get no better, by the way, for the brothers. It don't get better. Shout out to anybody out there who a fan of Family Matters. Anyway, are we still mad Detective Matthews still alive? Yes. Let me answer first. Yes. I'm very upset. I can't get no answers on Gordon, but I got not 2, 3 movies with this nigga still around. 3. Gordon ain't been around since the first movie, but I got 3 with him still walking around. Then we not only get that, we get the backstory. You telling me Gordon cut his sawed off his foot, but this nigga right here, he getting fed. He pretty much caged away, still talking shit. Matthew was alive.
Yeah.
This nigga
Shout out
was
to Hoffman.
funny.
I was sitting there like, oh, shit, you is still. Damn, you did a good job. And shout out to his family. Son is living his life, doing good. Shout out to him.
My question is, why are we keeping him alive?
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Shout out
Like,
Tony. Tony.
why are you keeping him alive? Like, what was the point? You know, I guess to put him into this trap, but at the same time, I guess if you wanted like Riggs to back off, because this is what Riggs was doing, he wanted to save this guy,
That's the
right?
motivation.
Right.
It's
so
the
if you
story.
let him know that he's dead. There's no more
And
motivation.
He already showed him on a video at the beginning when he was trying to get the girl out the trap. So he really
Right.
ready to go now. He's trying to get the Riggs because Detective Matthews, because Carrie's dead now. So this is his only guy. This is who's left outside of Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Nadia? Was you mad or was you actually like kind of caring about my boy Detective Matthews?
He was just funny because I was like, why this nigga still so mad? Like a little chihuahua just fighting. Just,
And then he'll start crying for a minute, like, you know what? I don't let me go.
He tripped me out jumping off the damn. Fuck this.
Move swing.
Like,
He's so petty, man. Like, what you do? Froze his leg? What did you do?
Right, because he's standing there like barefoot. One of his foot is barefoot on that block of ice.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that is cold, bro. Like, okay. 90 minutes
Man,
like
they
that?
had a shower in I don't know how long.
For real.
I bet Jason been calling his son, just checking on him, saying, yeah, all right. That's keeping him motivated by keeping him locked away like this. But all right, I think we can all agree we are very upset that Detective Matthews is still alive and we didn't get answers on Gordon yet as far as Saw 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right, do we think John's wife was a part of the games and traps?
I think she had something to do with it. But I was watching this, I was like, yeah. I remember the first time I watched it, I definitely thought she had something to do with it, 100%.
She just got a guilty face.
Yeah.
Like she never looked innocent or never looked like it was just always like she was snickering a little bit when they be investigating her or something.
And it always looked like she knew more than she was saying, right? It always looked like she knew more than she was saying. So
no disrespect, but it might have been just a bad performance. I don't know.
that's true.
Because it just seemed like when she started crying and stuff, it was like, Can't you see she faking? Or was she
Mhm.
actually trying to cry? She never gave me no indication that she didn't know something. I felt like
Yeah.
she was absolutely a part of it. She's Jigsaw, Mrs.
Mhm.
Jigsaw.
Mhm. Well, she knew he was doing something, right? Because when he killed the first guy, she asked him about it. Like, what
Hmm.
happened? What did you do? So she knew he was doing something. So she knew.
But she wasn't necessarily wanting to be a part of it. She was like, nah, this ain't
Yeah.
this and the third.
Hmm.
John was pretty much telling her you could be a part of it, you don't be. Yeah, boss, we know she was up to something.
Hmm.
Yeah, a little bit. She wanted a little bit of revenge too. What's something that did you think John's wife was a part of the games and traps? So I saw 4.
The first time I watched it, no. The second time, I'm like, bitch, you know more. Why? The fact that she knows so much detail about everything, it was just like,
Hmm.
But he did. Do he leave her the box in this one?
Do what?
Do he leave her the box in this one?
Does she get? See, I don't. I'm mixing up 5. I think she gets the box in 5.
Okay, my bad,
Yeah.
my bad. So
Yeah,
I
I
ain't
think
gonna
she
get
gets the box
ahead,
in
but
5. Yeah.
that's why I thought she got it. Because once again, it's a lot they doing with these backstories and continuing on for each movie. Because once again,
Hmm.
you got to have something with John being around now that he's dead.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But shout out to
bruh,
John's origin story.
the okay. I'm confused about the ending.
Hmm.
Yeah, because they started with the autopsy, but
We was
then we
talking.
ended with the body.
What what
So,
it what it is the beginning is after what happens in the movie, right? So they played that
Mhm.
first, right? And when you,
hmm
I guess, when you get into later on, you realize that that tape was actually for Hoffman, but they wanted to
Yeah,
make it look like in this one that it wasn't, So yeah, so they kind of went ahead of themselves and then went back.
and we don't even get that answer till 5, as far
Yeah,
as the tape.
exactly. Yeah. Hmm.
They was definitely trying to be on some Lost and From shit a little bit. But
Hmm.
anyway,
the
and they
tape
was ahead
though,
of their time.
he covered it in wax.
And swallowed it. And that's what I said. I'm like, yo, bro, you swallowed that huge
I
tape,
mean,
really?
you already
Right?
got
That's
cancer.
what
You looking at it like I already got cancer. I mean,
I'm like.
what else can I do?
No.
How did you?
How long has it been taking?
Never mind.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I'm like, but then again, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, well, I mean, I've seen some women swallow some things that sometimes, right? So maybe it's possible, but
That's what I mean. It's like, but did you practice this?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, you know
how
what I
did?
mean? Yeah,
Cause like, how did
yeah,
you get? How was you able to get your throat to relax that much? I got questions.
yeah. How did you know you were gonna be able to swallow that fast? You know
Right.
what I mean? Yeah.
What?
I'm just saying, though, that's what I said. I'm like, yo,
What?
that tape is huge. Like, oh, John knew something we didn't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Possible. What? He was ahead of his time. He's been here before. All right. Why don't nobody listen to Jigsaw rules?
I think the part of it is to show how selfish human beings are,
Oh,
right? And that's they don't listen to
look at
nothing.
him like, huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well,
Even one of the pictures says your wife needs you on the back of it. You know what I mean? Oh, whatever.
mm-mm.
Fuck my wife. You
Nah,
know?
I ain't worried about that. No, I got to get to Detective Matthews. Might be they had something else going on. Nah, I'm just playing.
You
I'm like,
never
wait a
know.
minute. Now that I
You
think
never
about
know.
it, wait a minute.
You never know.
You don't want
Maybe
to
they
go
were
with your
more than just
beautiful wife.
friends.
She's sitting
Facts.
there practically begging you to come with her. You got
Facts.
time off, paid time off. Detective Hoffman pretty much telling you, like, I actually want you to live if you go on. But you want to?
Mhm.
All right, I got you.
Mhm.
And we can go all the way back to Detective Matthews, and this is probably why they end up in the situations they end up. Two main ones don't want to listen. Don't want to listen. Technically, they got Carrie killed, if you ask me. But yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna do.
Absolutely.
If you ask me.
Mhm.
Anybody got any other reasons why nobody listens to Jigsaw rules outside of the fact that they don't learn nothing? Yeah,
He
that's
don't.
one too, Bossel. People always think
Yeah.
they're smarter.
100%.
He don't give them enough time.
Nah, no.
Oh no,
Because
Shit.
sometimes time don't even matter.
no. 1 minute is
Time
not enough
always
time.
matters.
1 minute, I
I'm
noticed.
super
I'm like,
ex-
okay, so everything seems to be 1 minute. 1 minute is not enough time. I'm sorry, it's not.
Well, when it comes to the traps, I'll give y'all that, yeah. When it comes to the traps, yeah, you kind of be tripping.
Okay. Now, if you want a quick time limit, that's one thing. But like the fact that Riggs had time to think and put shit
Mhm.
together and still made fucked up ass decisions,
Yep.
that's because he don't listen.
The whole point of his trap or his whole game was time. Like if you listen, nigga, you got all the time in the world. Time.
Mhm.
So my
Mhm.
stuff.
But he didn't listen to shit that John said. And you would think, right, by this time, he would be smarter than that. You know what I mean?
That's a
Like,
point. That's a good point.
you
He the
should
one
be
sitting there
smarter
talking
than
about we've been
that.
around from the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. You've been around from the beginning. You still doing stupid shit. It's like
Oh
you
man.
got to think one step ahead, right? Because that's what John says. You have to anticipate the human behavior, right? And realize that, if you can anticipate all of these cops or these guys didn't anticipate nothing. They're just like, oh, let's just do it. Fuck it.
SWAT guy's really stupid on here. No disrespect to Riggs, but man, you leading the way, it kind of shows your leadership.
Yeah, you made them
Anyway,
yeah, 100%.
why nobody listen to Jigsaw rules? Actually, I don't know. Especially when you are used to, or not technically used to them, but when you have been around and know the situation and you've been a part of this investigation as long as Riggs has been a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he should know better.
Facts.
You already know when we do Saw movies. Are the traps fair? In Saw 4. Yes,
Oh.
they actually are this time around. I feel like they were absolutely fair. Now let's talk about some stupid stuff right quick before
Yes, because the people that died kind of deserve it.
Riggs. You could have cut her hair, but yeah. What's up?
Multiple times. He could have cut her.
Thank you for bringing that up, right? Okay, so here's the thing about that one. Like, first off, I don't know what kind of metal that fucking trap was made of, because when he shot it, nothing happened.
4
right?
times.
Okay, fine. So now
Vibranium.
you have this woman in here. She had the tape that said there is a knife underneath there, and if he frees you, you have to kill him. By the time her hair starts to get tight, she should have been like, "There's a fucking knife underneath there. Cut my hair, please." She did not say a word about the fucking knife. Are you out of your mind? Like, really? Come on. That would have been the first thing I
The
said.
machine stops. The machine stops, and it's like, okay, now cut the hair. Cut the hair. Mm-mm.
Yeah, she should have told him
And
about
if
the
he
knife.
never would have pulled that cape thing off of her, it never would
It
have
would have
started.
never started. Right, exactly.
And that's the whole point of your game, Riggs. Leave them alone. Go on about your business. Don't do
Mhm.
nothing. Just let the time run. Don't do nothing.
Yeah, fact. But of course,
Um,
Riggs has to be the dumb one.
what about my guy's trap?
Yeah.
And I knew what Jigsaw was doing with this trap. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make yours worse." But I mean, you can get out. You technically still can get out.
Yeah. But again,
Fuck
okay.
that bastard.
I agree 100%. He needed, but Riggs putting him in the trap. You're a police officer. You're not gonna do that. I'm sorry. You're not gonna put him in a trap. I don't think there was a police officer that would have put him in a trap. They'll probably handcuffed him and say the police will come for you, whatever. But you're not gonna put him in the Jigsaw trap.
Y'all on here, I'm about to have a mukbang. But what?
It's gone now.
I feel like that too, boss. I honestly think the traps are fair. Outside of my man right here who got to do what he got to do to his eyes, which I didn't care about him at all. I definitely knew he wasn't going to make it. Detective Matthews and Hoffman trap. Which I really didn't have understanding of when I first watched this at first.
It was very fair. All of it, even the 2 ice blocks that come down. Because I mean,
I got to give some credit to Hoffman.
I'm sorry, that's
why I didn't know he was part of anything, because he was sitting up there like something was really going to happen. Fuck you, let me go. Like, oh,
yeah.
I believe you. I believe you.
Me too.
Not your boy though, Detective Matthew. Man, fuck this shit. Put me down.
Okay. Right.
We already kind of talked about this trap.
Yeah, didn't like that one.
All right. I already asked this question. Did we miss John Kramer, aka Jigsaw? Did we miss him?
He was in the movie.
I know. He was still there.
You see,
I don't think vocals playing.
I don't think we miss him because we get a lot of backstory with him, and I was okay with that, right? So I'm like, as long as he has a presence in these movies, that's good. You know, you have to have the Saw movies with the Jigsaw presence. So no, I didn't miss him.
Not at all. The backstories were giving me enough, and like I said, the ad libs, him doing the tapes, and we even got tapes in here where he said, "Man, fuck that doll. I want to make me appearance. Let me come over here and talk to y'all a little bit." And he coming down there and talking away. But yeah, John said, "Yeah, don't matter if I'm dead or not. It still lessons to be taught."
Yeah.
All right. Did we forget about the father and the daughter, or did we even care?
I ain't forget about the daughter.
Stupid. It is dummy.
You know?
I been there forgot about him because he was annoying.
He really was.
I mean, he was still in there yelling. Everybody dead. You still in there yelling. I would have shot you too. Maybe, boss. We gonna see. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, brother, you probably would have got shot too. After everything you done, thinking you saved, well, not technically saving nobody as far as the whole incident with his son or whatever, but it was pretty much a waste of time. Everything with Saw 3 as far as him being our lead was a waste of time.
It was, absolutely.
So. Yeah.
But maybe this was part of Hoffman's plan as far as saving a daughter and looking like a hero. I mean, if he was thinking that far ahead, then he all right, I give it to him. So did we care? Did y'all care about the father and daughter? Y'all didn't?
Nah. I was at least glad. I was at least glad that they wrapped it up. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with that. When you wrap some like a little thing that's maybe not explained, I like when you wrap it up. But other than that, I didn't care.
It was just the whole thing with them doing what they do at the end of Saw movies when we got about 3 people coming doing something at one time. I'm like, oh shit, what's about to happen?
With the dramatic
the countdown, the timer countdown, and they got what they do with the flashes or the disco shit.
Everything's coming together. This is how it all they stuck with a formula.
I forgot. As soon as he popped up on the screen, like, oh shit, that damn father still.
I didn't care about the father. I just cared about the daughter.
I agree.
Character-wise, you know I love the kids. Character-wise, what's this twist ending in Saw 4 better than the twist in Saw 3? The big grand finale. Ta-da! Hoffman was the guy.
I think it was better than
sure.
Yeah, it was better. 100%.
Y'all want to really know why? I'm glad. I mean, that was real surprise as far as Hoffman. But you want to know what got me? What really got me motivated and got me really invested into this ending for Saw 4? Detective Matthews. Goodbye. Goodbye. Will we see you no more? Splat.
For real.
You can finally go and rest in peace. No more cussing nobody out, Detective Matthews. You ain't got to worry about it no more. Your son can go be the best thing he can be without you. All right.
Damn.
This my bad. This definitely was better for me as far as the twist ending in Saw 3.
Me too.
I got some things I must say about it, but I'm gonna let y'all go.
Well, I just say I wasn't expecting Hoffman to be the bad guy in this one. You know what I mean? So when he stood up, I was like, okay, that's interesting. You know, we got a cop that's doing this stuff. So yeah, I like it.
It wasn't better than 2, boss. In my opinion, it wasn't better than 2.
I feel like it
What about you, Nadia?
makes sense for the person to be a cop because of the amount of illegal things that you are doing.
Yeah.
And he had to be the one that's throwing off the investigation as far as when the FBI agents coming in and saying, this got to be a third person. Y'all don't see this?
Yeah.
Right, because they was too on his ass, especially Carrie, you know?
And that's why she had to go. She wasn't stupid.
Yes, exactly.
And we got to remember, Carrie was working with Danny Glover. That's why.
Yeah.
The FBI agent, who we thought had some sense, nope. He come running down shooting the father, and he gets locked into his own little work dungeon. Because you know, at the end of the movie, somebody got to get locked away.
For real.
Yep. Gotta be a game over.
Yep.
Game over.
Damn, Riggs. I was rooting for you, Riggs. And we technically don't see him die, but I'm guessing he bleeds out.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even for me, I was like, it didn't look like, and I thought maybe that we would get him back and maybe he's working with Hoffman or something like that or whatever, but no, he died out.
The FBI agents did allude that this was his what did they say? Yes.
Recruitment.
Yeah.
But I think this might have been Hoffman setting this up too, being that he knew Riggs wasn't listening. Being that it was
this definitely was Hoffman setting this shit up.
But the way the flashbacks were though, I honestly think that Hoffman maybe wanted him to be on his side. You know what I mean? Because they were friends, right?
That's why he wanted him to leave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was a decent ending. I got some things I'm gonna say about it, which I'm about to get to, but it was definitely better than the Saw 3 ending.
I agree.
Did we ever suspect Detective Hoffman?
No, I don't think I did. No, I didn't suspect him.
Absolutely not. I didn't.
Yeah.
No, because it made sense for him to be in the trap.
Yep. And once again, the performance. He was given an indication that he was somebody that was locked in this game too. I also like the fact that he get to do 2 game overs because he get to do Riggs and he get to do my other guy, the FBI agent Strain.
Yep.
So yeah, I had no indication that he was helping Jigsaw at all.
Yeah, me neither.
I think we get that in 5. Never mind. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say about Amanda. I think that's in 5.
It is. Actually, no. It's even in 6 because in 5 they don't really go into a lot of the details with the Amanda stuff yet. So it's in 6 where we actually find out. Because in this one, you see him writing that letter, right? We find out what that letter is for and all kinds of stuff. We don't find that out until 6.
I think we do find that out in 5 as far as the letter he wrote to Amanda. Because, you know, we kind of get Hoffman's backstory, a.k.a. initiation or whatever.
But in 5, it's more about how him and Jigsaw got together. And then I think in 6 is when we find out that Hoffman's not really doing what Jigsaw wanted him to do. And that's where the wife comes into play and everything, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, boss. He ain't had no suspicions of my boy Hoffman. It might be one, Tony. It actually might be one. All right. What's this one? Did we think, or do we think Jigsaw has more followers after finding out Amanda and Detective Hoffman was helping him? So this was more so me asking the question of after we actually find out both of these people were a part of this whole thing with Jigsaw, do we think it's more people that was helping him now outside of Hoffman and Amanda?
You know what's funny? I never thought that there was, but I still always had the Dr. Gordon in the back of my mind. You know what I mean? I always had a feeling
Always,
that
man.
Dr. Gordon had something to do with some of these things that were going on. But I wasn't sure we were ever gonna get that until we did. So
Yeah, they kind of I would say I'll probably stop trying to look forward to him after this one because I just didn't know where this was gonna come from after 4. I'm like, what the fuck? As far as Dr. Gordon, man, I needed y'all to give me some answers for Gordon. I didn't really have no suspicions of anybody because I couldn't think of anybody else outside of him. Maybe bringing in some of the FBI agents. Maybe Perez was part of it. Maybe she wanted to get hit in the face. I started thinking about all type of scenarios after Hoffman.
yeah, pretty much.
What about you, Nadir? You started thinking about anybody else that could be helping them outside of these two?
No, because at this point I was kind of starting to lose interest in the movies. I told you I haven't seen after 5.
It don't get
So
better.
5 is the last one I so so I stopped being so invested in these people and their names. So I just was like,
It's like you taking this
I
shit
just
away from
started
me.
watching it. I just started watching it for the gore, and then after 5,
But
I
that's
was just
true,
like, all right, I can't do this no more.
especially with our lead characters. After this one, it's kind of like we don't get it's over as far as people we following that we actually want to get invested in to go through these games or whatever.
Yeah,
It's more so me following Hoffman after this. I'm like, I just want to
yeah,
see how
yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
away with this shit.
Absolutely, 100%.
All right, are we glad Riggs couldn't save Detective Matthews?
You are.
You know?
Yes. Oh yes. I'm not gonna let him. Absolutely. Absolutely, I'm glad. Shout out to Riggs. You did not come through. I'm glad you didn't listen. This is the first time I'm thinking I'm glad that he didn't listen. As far as one of Jigsaw's victims.
Yeah, I agree.
Tony, you a fool, man. Capital. But yes, I think we all can agree. I know I can speak for myself. Shout out to Riggs. Don't say Detective Matthews. All right, this was my last thing. And this is kind of what I had the issue with as far as the ending to Saw 4. Did Saw 4 try to copycat the Saw 1 ending?
A little bit.
We had this whole thing with him.
Yeah.
You remember my other guy right here?
Yeah.
Then you try to pull off the whole Jigsaw was on the ground the whole time. Guess what? Hoffman, he was there the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did kind of feel like they was trying to mimic a little bit that ending.
I
Absolutely,
agree.
especially with these two dudes, because this was pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I agree with you.
This was pretty much the same situation with him. And even with Riggs, he still wasn't listening. Dude explained it. Like, bro, it's a game. If you just wait, I'm giving you this tape, pal.
Yeah, for
Right.
real.
Do we
What
get to
else was
find
he
out
supposed
what
to
the
do at that
tape
moment?
say?
Yeah, Riggs listened to it. It's pretty much him explaining the game.
Oh
to
yeah,
Riggs, letting him
you
know,
do.
like,
You do.
Yeah.
if you listening to this tape, that means your ass didn't listen.
Yep.
But yeah, I did kind of feel like they was kind of mimicking some of the ending of Saw 1, which
I
definitely
agree.
didn't work. It was still a good
Not as
ending.
good.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
but it's not as good. Yeah.
All right, last but not least, did we like the movie?
I thought it was better the first time. A couple times I watched it, but after watching it this time, I noticed a lot of like you said, there's a lot of stupid mistakes Riggs did. Because I'm biased and I like Saw, I'm gonna say yeah, I still like the movie, but I see a lot of issues with it.
It's the same
It was
thing.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't as hard to watch as 3. I told you I kept
So this
falling
kept your
asleep on
attention.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually was like into it. You know,
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen after this. I might be falling asleep again.
I liked the movie. I definitely liked it the first time because it was more so being shocked that Hoffman was doing it at the end. I was like, oh shit, okay, y'all got me. Shout out to the Saw movies. Y'all keep grabbing me when I think I'm about to lose interest, and it was coming off of Saw 3 ending. I was like, oh
Mhm.
hell no, this where we going? And doing what they doing and finding out, Jigsaw was gonna be dead. It's like, how they gonna keep this going? I'm like, all right, I'm interested. So yeah, now repeat value, yeah, it's kind of like your boy. I'm still rooting for Riggs though, the brother. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It almost like we getting Danny Glover back a little bit, but he's just not as smart.
You know?
All right, man. Before we get up here, anything else I want to add?
No, that's it.
When are we doing 5?
Tuesday. I
Okay.
got 5 set for Tuesday, and once 6 will be Sunday,
Cool.
and it come out the 29th, so we should be able to get the rest of them out. As far as leading up into the Chris Rock one.
Cool.
Are we watching that one too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we watching that.
I'm gonna see what you want to try to do, but I might try to slide the Nun in somewhere because I watched the first one and I didn't. It wasn't that bad. It was my first time watching it. I ain't never watched the Nun, and I was like, all right,
Which
I
one?
might go ahead and watch the second one. The Nun, The Conjuring Universe,
Oh, okay.
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I think the Annabelle movies kind of made me kind of mad with the Conjuring movies. I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to watch none of these no more.
I got you.
Outside of that, we gonna try to see what's up as far as the podcast with Uncut or Beats and Mics next week. We're gonna let y'all know what's up. Drake, he pretty much teasing us like, I don't know if I'm gonna drop this off for all the dogs yet, but we're gonna let y'all know as far as movie versus. You just let me know what you want to try to do because I got Lethal Weapon versus Rush Hour still set up, and I got another one we can do.
That.
Okay, so we'll try to throw that one in. Probably we want to do it Thursday.
Yeah.
Just let me know. We do it Thursday or Friday. Because like I said, I don't know if anything coming up we could do the podcast Friday. Because I ain't just
If you
jumping
guys want to come on
chat.
the OOC on Wednesday, you can definitely come because we talking about that Jacksonville shit.
Oh yeah, that's why I try to slide certain things in
Yeah.
outside of Wednesday. I try to do it like on Tuesday or Thursday so we can try to slide in over there. But I'm trying to think of something else. More so I'm setting up stuff for Halloween. That's why the other movie versus is more so gonna be leading into Halloween. There's gonna be a lot of things I'm gonna try to do then, but outside of that, it is something I'm gonna be talking about. I'm not gonna say it right now. I'm gonna talk it to you about in the deal, but it's something I'm gonna be working on outside of this channel, and I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm trying to do because it's been stuff I've been looking up as far as with the YouTube stuff, and it's something that I'm gonna try to go ahead and do that I feel like will work. So I'll let y'all know in the future. Nothing right now. As far as anybody who watching in my subscribers or our subscribers or whatever. Once again, make sure y'all go over there to Bigger Force channel and check him out. What you got coming up, Bigger Force, outside of the OOC?
Yeah, we got OOC on Monday night. We got Chaos Central, which is Chris show. OOC on Wednesday, and the Soca Roundtable on Sunday.
Gotcha. And once again,
That's
for any
about
Star
it.
Wars fans, make sure y'all go check out that replay of the Ahsoka Roundtable. And Tuesday, we'll be back. I got the Saw 5 review for y'all. We'll be back with that. Tomorrow, I might do a little pre-recorded video or review. I'll let y'all know. And I just did Cardwell today, so make sure y'all go check that out. Outside of that, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell, let you know when I upload new videos. We out.
Peace.
Hey.